Make it tonight, man. Just know it's all love. Again, man, subscribe, follow, share the live. So we're going to jump into this conversation before we do any type of introductions, man. We're just going to go straight to it. I want to ask you guys a serious question, man. Are black people still being oppressed in America?
Yes. Should I expound?
Please.
Oh,
please.
I thought everybody was going to say
Okay.
that.
I was waiting on answers too. I only hear one person say yes.
Because I wanted to think on what I said before I say it. Because I wanted to say yes and no. Because sometimes I feel like we keep ourselves in that caged off mindset. Like, we can't do this, we can't do that. Or like, we try to make the obstacle in front of us like there's not a way around it. But then, you know, sometimes the system is set up for some of us to lose, but it's like, you know, there is a way to stand against it, you know? But it's like, if you already feel like it ain't gonna work, I'm just gonna stay in this box.
Right.
It's a yes or no for me.
It's like an acceptance.
Yeah.
So we'll go around. How's everybody feeling? Are black people still being oppressed in America?
Yeah, I feel like we definitely still being oppressed, but we just have more opportunities than others back in the days. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They open doors more, and you know, the other people they trying to get into our culture. They starting to see our culture as cool or hip. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they're letting stuff slide that they wouldn't let slide back in the days.
That's true.
But I still feel like we still being oppressed. I want to say heavily oppressed, like some of our ancestors had to deal with. But there's forms of oppression, like most definitely. Even with regular jobs. Let's say you have a foreign name. You know what I'm saying?
On the application, it's still almost over with. Unless it's a job that really need people. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Or you got probably reference or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's still stuff like that that's going around and stuff like that. And, you know, police as well. But I don't want to get into that. I want the other people to go ahead and say something.
I saw a video.
We definitely finna go into more of like the whys. But let me hear some more. Like Nisha, Tasha, Zay, how y'all feel? Do y'all feel like black people are still oppressed in America?
Nah, I don't feel it.
Okay.
I don't feel so. I don't think so. We have many examples outside of like sports, rapping, and all of that. We got people that got businesses, that started businesses, that, you know, black people that got wealth, that are building wealth right now. So I don't think nothing's stopping us. Back in the day, like, that would have been a different it would have been a different conversation, but today I don't think so.
I feel like the system is definitely created for us to fail, but just like Jeannie said, I feel like that shouldn't stop us from growing and doing what we're meant to do. I feel like a lot of times we accept that, okay, well, the system is meant for us to fail, so let me just fail. It's kind of like, let's say like your mom was like a crackhead, right? So you're like, okay, well, since my mom is a crackhead, let me just be a crackhead too. Because it's going to be, like, why not? You know, like, you're just accepting that. That's extreme, but yeah.
I was like, kind of like in the example you're giving, like, you know, when people, like a doctor would say, you can't have kids. If you just say, okay, they say I can't have kids, so I'm not even going to try. But there's people like, they say I can't have kids, and they keep on trying, and then boom, they have kids.
Like Jenny literally like took the example out of my mouth, but it's just like I feel like it's a mindset thing, because like Nisha said, like the system is already, like, they'll feel like if the system is already built for us to fail, then you know what, then what's the point? Like, we just might as well just fail just to get it over with. But it's just like, if somebody tells you like, you know, you're not going to be anything in life, and you just sit there and then you just dwell on it like, dang, like, this person, I'm not going to be this, okay, but it's up to you to, you know, to prove that person wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like
yourself.
That. Yeah, like that person can't dictate what you do.
But not only that, like when we going into those type of things, that's literally words. You know what I'm saying?
I saw
like
a video.
how much should we give words that kind of power over us? Like, is it only words that they have?
Definitely not.
Does it go deeper?
Just like what the ladies were saying with the systematic, you know what I'm saying? It's still in the system. It's just like I said, they soften it a little bit. You feel me? Because if you really look at it, the other side, most of them were raised to be a certain way towards black people. You feel me? And I feel like the jits nowadays, they're actually growing up to see black people for who they really are. You know what I mean? So they be, go ahead.
But going back to what
Zay.
sorry. Going back to what they said.
We done had too many shows.
Y'all know I'm bad with names.
Dead wrong.
But going back to what Zay said, there's a lot of examples of people rising above that and black people being very successful and not just being successful the wrong way. You know what I mean? Like, there's many examples for us to go. But at the other side is like, what's meant for you is going to be meant for you.
See, the thing with that is...
But before you go, I want to hear about this video that Jeannie seen.
Oh, you see, I was about to bring it up again. But
I don't want you to
somebody,
forget.
I guess he was like, I want to say maybe like 40-something. And he was saying like back in like the early 2000s, and like we know when people say like that slogan, you could be the next black president. You could be the next president. Like when he was in like his earlier age, he'd be like, man, they would never let something like that happen again. And then he took it like to the heart when he saw like Obama became president. Like, bro, if they let him go in there, there's literally nothing I can't do. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, like that right there, I feel you. But I remember they told us that basically that was like a distraction. Like that was literally.
And I was about to get into that. There was comments saying like, oh.
That was like giving us like, you know.
They wanted him to do that. It's like not. It wasn't even us voting, putting him there. Like it was like them saying like they put him there on purpose as like a ploy to get. I don't know. It was a ploy
because
2 terms though.
When you think about the LGBTQ community, I think they benefited the most from Obama.
Most definitely, black people ain't go nowhere under Obama.
But it
Trump,
was just
Trump probably did more for black people.
I promise.
But I'm just saying,
you fam,
it was just like how he like Jit looked like he was about to cry in the video. Like he looked like that was like a big inspiration. Like trying to say like there's nothing we can't do. But
no, I feel him though.
But it was just. But then when you go deeper into it, and then you see all these conspiracy theories and all this, like it was a ploy to to try to lift black people up.
See, now I don't want to knock the accomplishment that Obama did.
It is an accomplishment.
It was a huge accomplishment because he definitely fought against a lot of racism, even to get out of Chicago. Like to even be recognized, to even be the one that, let's say, that they chose. Like he had to go through a lot. Know what I'm saying? And the fact that he was able to come out on top, and he basically throughout his 8 years, and there was no like controversy, no drama in his household, raised up 2 daughters that are still doing a great thing. His wife she could basically run for president at any point, you know, within these next 20 years. Like Michelle Obama can run for president. You know what I'm saying? Because how they actually lifted their way up and they never stood against their morals. I respect the man 100%.
I didn't know he was biracial.
Yeah, I mean, he's actually cousins to Bush. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say that too. All them presidents are family.
It's crazy.
So it's not even like. So I'm not okay. Like I'm not really trying to take that accomplishment. I can't say that.
No, it was a great accomplishment.
Yeah, it is. Like it's good for the future generation,
right? Because that's in history forever. That's in history forever. But like, even though they don't talk about the first president,
the first 7, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot, but mind that it's good for the new generation so they can have hope and so they can think like, yeah, we can do everything. Just like I seen Wendy said, you know, black people always want to have an excuse,
right?
So that will not be an excuse anymore because we had an example.
That's what they basically told us. Like y'all ain't got no excuse no more. Y'all done had a black president.
Y'all done had a black president, but that's another thing that's saying y'all will never see another black president because y'all already had it. You feel what I'm trying to say? I was actually gonna ask y'all that question. Do y'all think we'll ever get another one? Nah, not in our lifetime.
We about to get a
I don't know.
I think once DeSantis take over, I don't think they giving it back up, boy.
You talking about? You think he finna be president?
Why you
Come
don't
on,
think
man.
so?
Y'all think
Only
we gonna
person that
have-
could
y'all
probably
think we
stand
gonna
up to him
have
is Trump.
A gay
I
president?
think Trump gonna win.
I do too, but I don't know because DeSantis, what he's doing in Florida is.
You
I
have
don't
a
want either of
question.
them
Trump
to
gonna
win,
win.
bro.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What
I don't
DeSantis
want
is
either
doing
one.
in
I have a
Florida.
question.
About the
I don't want y'all to sleep on what he's doing in Florida. Like DeSantis
I
is a
have
great governor.
question.
No, that's a
We
fact.
hear you. We hear you. We just wanted to finish our point. Go ahead.
Sorry.
But Trump,
Right.
he's been saying a lot of things about the LGBTQ and the trans.
He said a lot of things before then,
I mean, DeSantis as well. DeSantis as well. He's not going for any of the stuff, man.
and is he wrong though?
But I'm just saying, like, they a big army.
I understand
So I was
that,
like-
but there's a lot of people that's against it, but they're just being soft and not saying nothing.
Ooh,
Shout
I
out
had
to Stem
something I
B.
had to
Sue. What's up,
show
brother?
Y'all.